Hello everyone, this is my second video about books. So in this video I'm going to tell you about what are the things that I'm going to review about a book, okay, and how I'm going to score it, how I'm going to rate it, and what are the different things that I'm going to include while updating or while telling you about a book. So I'm making this video in English because my first video was in Tamil about the book It Ends With Us, but some of my friends suggested to make book review videos alone in English so that everyone could understand. So that's why moving forward I'll be making book review videos only in English so that everyone could understand. But if you have any questions in Tamil or in Hindi, you can comment, I can respond to them accordingly. Okay? So there are different kinds of books: fictional books, non-fictional books, genre books, genre fictional books. Then we have references, we have plays and scripts, and we have what else? Poetry. We do have poetry. Then we have references. We have educational books. So I'm not going to review all those kinds of books. I'm going to review only fictional and non-fictional books that I'm going to read. Yeah. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the different parameters with which you can choose a book for reading. Whether it is a fictional one or a non-fictional one. So there are certain things that we need to consider. So as a person who has already read the book, I can share some insights about those different, small parameters about a book, which can help you choose your next read properly. The first thing that I consider while picking a book is the plot. Okay, for few things. First thing, the plot should be really well structured. Okay, there should be clarity when we are reading the plot about the storyline, about the theme, about the characterizations, all those stuffs, right? Second thing is, while you're reading a book, while you finish a book, sometimes what happens, due to some reasons, after like half of the book, after you read half of the book, you will lose interest, mainly because of character developments. Okay, so what happens for book lovers, they try to relate with the characters. So these characters should have some depth. Okay, these characters should be able to, readers should be able to emotionally connect with the characters, right? So that is very important. And there should be a consistency in the character construction, or if there is a character development, or if there is a character change, there should be consistency, which is more relatable, more practical, right, for the readers to relate to. So that is point number two, that is characterization in a book. The next important aspect is the writing style of an author, right? You can have any kind of favorites. You can have different favorites of genre that you read. It can be suspense, it can be thriller, it can be horror, or it can be a romance story. But then writing style is important, right? That's something that keeps you hooked to the story, right? So there are authors with wonderful writing skills, writing style, which actually makes you intrigued to read the book, basically. So yes, that's an important aspect for me to review a book. The next important factor is pacing. Okay, so as I said, my favorite book is Alchemist, but it took me days to complete that book. Of course, the author has good writing style. It kept me hooked with the story, with what is happening around in the book, what happens with the main character, all those stuffs. But the pacing of the story was kind of slow. I would not call it slow, I would call it medium, maybe. So it took me a lot of. So what happens with slow pacing or medium pacing books? So all these are based on my experiences. Okay, you can share your experiences as well. So for me, slow paced books or medium paced books makes me tired. So I read for like 2 hours, 3 hours. If the story is very slow, I'll not be able to finish it quickly. It will make me tired, right? So that's the challenge that we have in slow paced book. We will not be able to complete it faster. But there are some authors that have those who have slow paced writing style, but then the stories will be very good. So based on your choices, you can select those books, right? So number 4 is pacing. The 5th important aspect for me is how much emotional connect does the book have. Okay, so some of the books that I have read has given me heartbreak, has given me trauma. I sat for like 2 days and cried, after I finished that book. So that's the kind of emotional impact that book had on me. So if that's the kind of book that you have chosen, yes, you can go for it without any further discussion, right? So emotional impact is very important. The reader should be able to relate with the characters. They should be able to have that journey with the character when the story moves forward, right? So that's very important for a book. Then the next point, there's a 6th one, is the ending of a book, right? Does it give a resolution? Is it logical, or is it an open-ended one? It just makes you keep guessing what might have happened, kind of ending. So based on what you like, you can choose those kind of books. So yes, ending is very important for me. It should not give me a feeling of something is missing, right? So I read those kind of books. So I'm going to review the ending parts also for every book. Okay, so yes, that's the 6th point. So the 7th parameter that I'll be considering for reviewing a book is the rereadability, right? There are some books which will be very interesting, intriguing, and you would like the book, and you will tag it as your personal favorite, but you would not want to read it again, right? And there are some books which will give you emotional trauma, heartbreak, a lot of emotional connect, but then you would want to read that book again. So I am also going to review books based on their rereadability. There are a lot of good books which will make you read the books again, right? So I'll review those kind of books as well. Yeah. The bonus point, according to me, is the presentation, the cover. What does it decode? So when you open a book, when you see the cover, everything will be fancy, everything, all the stuff, but you will not understand what the cover means, right? But when you finish the book, you will be able to relate to the cover, what the cover meant. So I like books, or I like those authors who have put some thought through the cover, make you keep thinking about, wow, this was the best cover, this was the best presentation of the book, of the story. So there are some books which has best presentations, best covers. We are going to review book covers also. We are going to decode the book covers also in a separate videos. It will not be clubbed with the book review videos. So we will have separate videos for book covers, right? Book covers, gay coding, and book cover reviews. Yeah, that's the bonus point. That's very important for me. So apart from this, for non-fictional books, some of the parameters that we're going to consider is the content that the non-fictional book has. Does that have any evidence to support to? Is it applicable? Is it actionable? The details that they have given in the book, is it applicable? Is it relatable to real life scenarios? So those are the important things. Apart from that, yes, everything is the same. Is the structuring of the book good? Is the pacing good? Does the writer have credibility? How is the writing style? Is the book rereadable? All the stuff is same for non-fictional books also, but yes, the fact check. Okay, there needs to be evidence, or there needs to be life stories that could relate to certain facts and information in the book. So that is very important for me when it comes to a non-fictional book. So the more and more we review or read more books, I'll give you more inputs about what are the different parameters with which we can review those kind of books that I'm going to read in the future. Okay, that's all for this video. In the next video, we will be seeing our first book with all these parameters and with my reviews on those parameters. Yeah, bye bye.